Hello, knowledge seekers. In this episode of 20-Minute Books, we delve into Lead from the Outside by Stacey Abrams, a compelling handbook that not only challenges but also inspires. Published in 2018, this book serves as a critical guide for all those who have felt like outsiders, aiming for a seat at the often exclusive table of power. Through its pages, Abrams, with her rich background in politics, activism, and law, offers invaluable insights and strategies for the underrepresented and disenfranchised. She discusses how to leverage ambition and creativity to navigate systems that have not been designed in their favor, touching on essential topics such as financial literacy, overcoming fear, and the intricacies of hacking both personal and professional systems to achieve success. Stacey Abrams's journey, from her service in the Georgia House of Representatives to becoming a national symbol of democracy and inclusion, embodies the very essence of leadership from the outside. Her unique perspective not only enlightens but also empowers women, members of the BIPOC and LGBTQ+ communities, and indeed anyone who has ever been relegated to the margins of society. Lead from the Outside is more than just a book. It is an invitation to those who have been historically overlooked by the leadership archetypes of American society and politics. It urges readers to harness their distinct experiences and perspectives as tools for change, making it an essential read for anyone aspiring to make a meaningful impact in their community or the broader world. Whether you're stepping into the realm of leadership for the first time or looking to expand your influence, Abrams's guidance offers a path forward, challenging you to reimagine what it means to lead from the outside. Lead from the Outside: How to Build Your Future and Make Real Change. Introduction: Unlocking Leadership: Strategies for the Underrepresented. In a world where the recipe for success seems straightforward, work diligently and opportunities will follow, the reality is more complex and often discouraging for those on the fringes of traditional power structures. Stacey Abrams' journey as the first Black woman to receive a major party's nomination for governor illuminates the uneven terrain faced by women, people of color, the LGBTQ+ community, and other marginalized groups. Yet, through her multifaceted career in politics, business, and nonprofit endeavors, Abrams unveils the hidden strength in being an outsider. Drawing from her own experiences, Abrams shares invaluable strategies for navigating the systemic barriers that block the path to leadership roles. This guide is not just about overcoming obstacles, it's about rewriting the playbook for success when the odds are stacked against you. From a simple spreadsheet that ceaselessly fueled Abrams' courage, to redefining the pursuit of work-life balance as a work-life Jenga, this exploration presents practical tools for those striving to make their mark in spaces where their presence is an anomaly. Moreover, Abrams introduces the concept of power mapping, a tactical approach to identifying allies and leveraging relationships on the journey towards achieving your ambitions. Join us on this revelatory path, where Abrams enlightens us on the power of differences, the importance of resilience in the face of internal doubts and external discrimination, and how to carve out your leadership role against the grain. This is not just a call to action, it's a blueprint for effecting change from the outside. Part 1. Embrace Your Ambition: The Gateway to Leadership. Picture this: Stacey Abrams, fresh out of Spelman College, finds herself momentarily speechless in front of the Rhodes Scholarship Committee in Jackson, Mississippi. They had just asked how winning the scholarship would alter her life trajectory. Despite her achievements, Abrams had nearly bypassed the opportunity altogether. Daunted by the risk of failure and the historical absence of Black women Mississippi nominees. Yet, it was a conversation with the dean of her college, a beacon of encouragement that propelled her to take that leap, pushing her towards a journey she hadn't dared to dream of. And although the Rhodes Scholarship ultimately went to another, for Abrams, the attempt itself was victory enough, broadening her horizons and laying the foundation for her admission into the prestigious Yale Law School. This story underscores a profound lesson. The journey to leadership begins with the audacity to harness one's ambition. Ambition, Abrams elucidates, is about stretching beyond the confines of your comfort zone, a challenge particularly poignant for individuals historically sidelined from corridors of power. It's about asking yourself, what do I want, with the courage to pursue the answer, no matter how audacious it may seem. For Abrams, this journey of self-discovery began in a college computer lab amidst the turmoil of a personal setback. Turning her gaze inward, she channeled her emotions into drafting a 40-year plan, a detailed spreadsheet outlining her professional aspirations. More than a list, this document served as her compass, guiding her ambitions and motivating her to articulate and pursue her desires, a practice she upholds to this day. What's pivotal in her approach, however, is the flexibility of her ambition. Abrams reminds us that ambition is not a rigid path but a fluid journey, urging us to focus on the why behind our dreams rather than getting fixated on specific whats. For instance, although becoming the mayor of Atlanta by 35 was on her list, Abrams recognized her underlying drive was to address deeper societal issues that extended far beyond the city's borders. Thus, the essence of realizing your ambition lies not in the certainty of achievement, but in the passion that propels you towards it. Abrams invites us to ignite this passion, encouraging everyone to write down 5 endeavors they'd pursue for life, irrespective of their feasibility. In doing so, we not only embrace our ambitions, but empower ourselves to step onto the path of leadership, a path where the act of reaching forth, despite the uncertainties, is in itself a form of triumph. Part 2. Navigating the fear landscape as a minority leader. One indomitable hurdle for minorities in the quest for leadership is the deep-seated belief of being too other to assume prominent roles. This narrative was all too familiar for Stacey Abrams as she embarked on her gubernatorial campaign, where even well-meaning allies doubted Georgia's readiness for a black female governor, not because she lacked the requisite skills or experience, but simply because no black woman had ever held such a position. This introduces a critical insight. Minority fear is a multifaceted and pervasive challenge, yet it is possible to confront it and even leverage it to your benefit. The world of leadership could stagnate under the weight of unchallenged norms if those considered outsiders surrendered to fear. A crucial step in confronting these fears is to acknowledge and name them. For many, ambition is tinged with risks. The fear of setting back the progress of those who share your identity through failure, or the fear of alienation from your community upon success. Moreover, internalized stereotypes can deeply undermine self-confidence. However daunting these fears may seem, it's within your power to respond to them constructively. Take Abrams' journey as minority leader, a role that demanded she navigate the delicate balance of challenging opponents without reinforcing detrimental stereotypes about her gender or race. Facing the dilemma of not appearing overly aggressive or, conversely, too passive, Abrams relied on her proven skill as a communicator. Initially, her preference for substance over spectacle in speeches drew skepticism from her colleagues. Yet, by remaining true to her strengths, she won respect and showcased the value of neurodiversity. Herein lies a strategy for leveraging one's distinctness, embracing authenticity while thoughtfully considering the context. The endeavor isn't about overcoming every stereotype, but about demonstrating the unique worth you bring to the table by being different. A practical exercise to further this understanding involves introspection and comparison. First, identify what you perceive as your best and worst traits, providing examples of each and reflecting on your feelings towards them. Then, contemplate how others might view your strengths and weaknesses and why. Through this exercise, you not only gain a deeper understanding of yourself and how you're perceived, but also how to navigate the complex feelings associated with being a minority aiming for leadership. This self-aware approach empowers you to use your unique perspective as a strength, turning the tide in favor of diverse leadership landscapes. Part 3. Charting unconventional routes to power for the outsider. In the political landscape of Georgia, circa 2014, where the Democratic presence was faint at best, Stacey Abrams found herself at a crossroads. With over a decade gone by without a Democratic governor and more than 2 decades since a Democratic presidential nominee had won the state, Abrams, in her role as the minority leader, recognized the need for a radical approach. The creation of the New Georgia Project, spearheaded by Abrams and Lauren Growargo, aimed to mobilize and register 800,000 eligible yet unregistered voters of color, presenting a game-changing strategy to shift the state's political dynamics. Despite facing setbacks, including the illicit cancellation of 40,000 voter applications by the Republican Secretary of State, their persistence paid off, with significant voter registrations ensuing over the subsequent years. This narrative exemplifies a vital lesson. Outsiders hold the potential to forge paths to power by creatively navigating around systemic barriers. The reality that marginalized groups do not benefit from a merit-based system in the same way as their privileged counterparts is hard to deny. The economic disparity in the returns on a 4-year degree between white and black families, along with obstructions in job access due to network-centric hiring practices, underscore the prevalent systemic inequalities. For those seeking to break into such exclusive arenas, finding alternative entry points is crucial. One approach involves identifying and leveraging non-obvious connections, such as reaching out to alumni from your educational institutions who are positioned in your desired industry. Engaging with niche groups and communities who share insights on entering specialized fields can also unveil new opportunities. Volunteering or interning presents another viable tactic, enabling you to demonstrate your value beyond the given tasks by identifying and addressing unmet needs within the organization. This proactive approach not only amplifies your contributions but also bolsters your case for a permanent position. Yet, amid these strides towards inclusion and recognition, it's imperative to navigate the fine line between humility and self-diminishment. Abrams recalls a pivotal moment early in her legislative career when a colleague cautioned her against undermining her accomplishments. This advice underscored the importance of owning one's achievements and ensuring that modesty does not morph into a narrative of insignificance. Through creative persistence, strategic networking, and a balanced recognition of one's worth, outsiders can effectively hack into systems traditionally not designed for their ascent, charting new avenues of influence and leadership. Part 4. Craft your success network, the art of building a personal board of advisors. Upon stepping into the role of Atlanta's deputy city attorney, Stacey Abrams confronted not just the rigors of her duties, but the challenge of integrating into an established, unwelcoming team. With her background sharply contrasting with that of her team, Abrams battled the initial perception of arrogance and a lack of personal engagement. The turning point came through guidance from an unexpected mentor, Lorette Woods, the Law Department's financial manager. Woods, though not a legal expert, provided Abrams with invaluable insights into leadership, team management, and the importance of personal connection, proving instrumental to Abrams' early career success. This scenario underscores a vital lesson for any aspiring leader, especially those navigating as outsiders. Identifying what kind of support you need is critical, as is the assembly of a diverse board of advisors tailored to various needs. Before embarking on the search for mentors, a deep, introspective analysis is essential. Understanding one's personality, strengths, and areas for improvement not only fosters self-awareness but also facilitates the cultivation of meaningful, genuine mentor-mentee relationships. Additionally, it allows you to absorb and apply advice effectively, leveraging it in a way that propels your growth. Constructing this mentorship mosaic begins with pinpointing the specific type of guidance required. This could range from a sponsor, someone acquainted enough to recommend you within their networks, to an advisor who engages more profoundly, offering personalized advocacy from a diverse perspective. Similarly, situational mentors provide focused advice for specific scenarios, while peer mentors offer reciprocal understanding and support, sharing analogous challenges. The responsibility of nurturing these relationships largely falls on the mentee. Proactivity in communication, scheduling regular check ins, and presenting thoughtful, mentor specific inquiries are paramount. Explicitly seeking assistance when needed removes the guesswork for mentors, enhancing the efficacy of the relationship. Through strategic mentorship engagement, driven by clear self awareness and active participation, individuals can craft a robust support network. This personalized board of advisors not only aids in navigating immediate challenges, but also lays a foundation for long term success and leadership development, particularly for those striving to make headway from outside traditional power structures. Part 5: Financial Savvy, your key to unlocking leadership potential. Stacey Abrams' transition from Yale law graduate to a corporate law firm was a significant leap, one marked by the promise of a nearly six-figure salary. Yet, despite the outward signs of success, Abrams found herself grappling with financial realities that set her apart from her peers. Behind the substantial starting salary lay a troubled credit history, a legacy of borrowing for education and familial support, compounded by the struggle to meet credit card obligations. Faced with the need to disclose her financial history for the Georgia bar exam, Abrams took decisive steps to repair her credit, utilizing her remaining student loans and law firm signing bonus to settle debts and committing herself to a deeper understanding of personal finance. This personal journey sheds light on a broader truth. Financial literacy is a crucial, yet often overlooked, cornerstone of leadership, particularly for those outside traditional power corridors. Navigating the financial landscape begins with a frank assessment of one's financial history and recognizing the systemic hurdles that may influence financial health. From there, crafting a strategy to mitigate debt is critical, which might entail adopting additional income sources or recalibrating financial support extended to others. Resources like personal financial advisors or foundational texts on financial literacy can offer guidance in this endeavor. Building financial fluency extends beyond personal finance management to understanding how financial decisions are made within larger contexts. This insight not only augments a leader's credibility, but also provides a strategic advantage in navigating financial challenges and opportunities alike. Gaining hands-on experience through volunteer work in finance-oriented organizations or pursuing educational courses on financial management can serve as practical steps toward this goal. For those embarking on fundraising efforts, whether in political campaigns or entrepreneurial ventures, embracing the legitimacy of seeking investment is essential. The hesitation often felt by women and individuals of color in soliciting support underscores a broader issue of self-perception and entitlement within financial domains. Acknowledging that investments are not predicated on guaranteed returns, but rather on the potential for success and diligent effort can shift this mindset. In essence, financial fluency is not just about mastering the numbers. It's about harnessing financial knowledge to inspire confidence, drive decision-making, and empower leadership ambitions. Armed with financial literacy, aspiring leaders can navigate the complexities of organizational and personal finance, breaking down one of the most formidable barriers to leadership and effecting change from within. Part 6: Embracing the duality of success and failure, a leadership imperative. Stacey Abrams, during her nascent days as a tax attorney, embraced a pivotal challenge that tested her analytical prowess and ethical compass. Tasked with conducting extensive research for a high-profile nonprofit under tax scrutiny, Abrams stumbled upon what she believed was a groundbreaking solution, only to realize, moments before a crucial client briefing, a glaring oversight that aligned with the IRS's unfavorable stance. This incident encapsulates a crucial lesson for aspiring leaders: the importance of preparing for both success and failure, and mastering the art of acknowledging mistakes. Abrams faced a moral and professional quandary, weighing the potential ramifications of her error against the temptation to overlook it. Despite the high stakes and the looming threat to her reputation, she chose transparency, alerting her senior partner to the oversight. While initially met with disappointment, Abrams's decision to confront her mistake head-on ultimately served as a testament to her integrity and resilience. This narrative underscores a broader reality for minorities navigating professional landscapes where expectations are disproportionately amplified. The pressure to incessantly perform without fault can be stifling, yet the journey of leadership necessitates an openness to fallibility. Acknowledging errors, accepting responsibility, and cultivating a constructive response to setbacks are hallmarks of effective leadership. Moreover, the capacity to admit uncertainty and seek answers is a distinguishing trait of visionary leaders. Rather than a sign of weakness, an honest, "I don't know, but I'll find out," reflects a commitment to growth and continuous improvement. For individuals from historically underrepresented groups, the challenge extends beyond mere professional resilience. Societal norms often dictate a reserved, unobtrusive stance, discouraging risk-taking and bold assertions of ambition. Yet, the essence of leadership lies in the courage to transcend these confines, embracing both the risks of innovation and the inevitability of mistakes as vehicles for personal and collective transformation. A practical approach to internalize these insights involves reflective exercises, recounting instances of risk-taking, evaluating their outcomes, and pondering the implications of admitting versus feigning knowledge can yield profound lessons. Such introspection not only facilitates a deeper understanding of one's decision-making processes, but also fosters a culture of authenticity and accountability. In sum, navigating the dichotomy of success and failure and cultivating the humility to embrace one's shortcomings are critical competencies for leaders, especially those striving to break molds and redefine paradigms. As Abrams's journey illustrates, it is through our most daunting challenges and missteps that we forge our most enduring strengths. Part 7. Mastering the Art of Work-Life Jenga, a Strategy for Balanced Priorities. In a world captivated by the elusive ideal of a work-life balance, Stacey Abrams brings a refreshing perspective. She invites us to abandon the quest for evenly balanced scales in favor of a more realistic and adaptable approach she describes as work-life Jenga. This concept acknowledges that our lives are a complex structure of interlocking priorities, not all of which can or should receive equal attention at the same time. Abrams proposes a pioneering outlook on time management, envisioning life as a game of Jenga where each block represents different aspects of our responsibilities and passions. The objective is not to maintain the tower in a static, perfect state, but to adapt strategically to the need for reshuffling priorities, understanding that sometimes the tower may tumble, and when it does, the solution is not despair, but to rebuild, informed by the lessons of the fall. This perspective challenges the traditional dichotomy of work versus life, suggesting instead a fluid prioritization of what truly matters to an individual at any given time. For Abrams herself, this meant making the tough decision to put her love for writing romance novels on pause, to focus on her legislative responsibilities. Her situation exemplifies the essence of work-life Jenga. Recognizing that priorities shift, and that what is set aside today can be revisited in the future when circumstances allow. So, how does one discern these shifting priorities? By tapping into personal passions and responsibilities, free from the influence of external judgment or fear. Identifying the core priorities, those that truly animate your mind and heart, is key to understanding where to place your focus. Adopting President Dwight D. Eisenhower's framework for categorizing tasks can further refine this process. Eisenhower's method, as adapted by Abrams, breaks down tasks into four categories: gotta do, critical, immediate tasks; need to do, important tasks to address proactively; ought to do, tasks prompted by others' needs; and might get around to, tasks lacking both urgency and critical importance. This systematic approach can help manage both professional responsibilities and personal demands effectively. Central to mastering work-life Jenga is the art of delegation and focusing on one's strengths. Questioning whether you are uniquely required for a task, or if it can be competently handled by another, can free up valuable time and energy for higher priority activities. Embarking on this journey begins with envisioning your future. Could you craft a newspaper headline that encapsulates where you see yourself 3 to 5 years from now? What about 7 to 10 years into the future? This exercise not only sharpens focus on long-term aspirations, but also illuminates the stepping stones that will lead there, guiding the strategic stacking and restacking of your life's priorities within the ever-evolving game of work-life Jenga. Part 8. Unlocking change through resourceful creativity and tenacity. In the world of politics, resources are often unevenly distributed, tipping the scales of power heavily in favor of the majority. Yet, Stacey Abrams illustrates that barriers and limitations, while challenging, can spark the ingenuity needed to foster change. During a crucial juncture in the Georgia legislature, faced with a slew of potentially harmful legislation and seemingly insurmountable odds, Abrams harnessed the power of strategy over sheer numbers. By meticulously applying the procedural rule, allowing each member 20 minutes of questioning per bill, she and her Democratic colleagues managed to slow the legislative process significantly, leading to the withdrawal of several contentious bills. This strategic victory underlines a profound truth. To garner power and effectuate change, one must creatively optimize available resources and continuously push beyond comfort zones. Resourcefulness is about more than making do with what you have. It's about seeing potential where others see obstacles. Take inventory of what assets you possess, whether that's specific knowledge, access to certain groups, or the ability to withdraw from a scenario strategically. It's essential to recognize that your capacity to influence change isn't confined by your official position or title. Consider the example of Ashley Robinson, who began her journey with Abrams as a field operative, a role traditionally limited to door-knocking and data entry. However, Robinson's keen observations and proactive analysis of voter behavior demonstrated that even within seemingly narrow roles, there exists the potential to significantly impact strategy and decision-making. Robinson's initiative not only led to a tactical shift in the campaign, but also laid the foundation for her ascent to Chief of Staff, highlighting how resourcefulness and initiative can propel individuals forward. In pursuit of change, it's also critical to define success on your own terms and remain adaptable to fluctuating circumstances. The path to acquiring power and implementing change is often gradual, requiring patience and strategic short-term goals that contribute to the larger vision. Power mapping is a valuable tool in this endeavor, enabling individuals to identify key decision-makers and strategize on how best to influence them towards their goals. To enact this approach in your personal or professional pursuits, consider creating a detailed plan akin to Abrams' famed spreadsheet. Outline your objectives, the rationale behind them, potential strategies and necessary support, and the timeline you envision. Such a document not only clarifies your mission, but also serves as a roadmap, guiding you through the necessary steps towards realization. In sum, the journey to effecting change and acquiring influence is one of creativity, perseverance, and strategic acumen. By embracing our resourcefulness and refusing to be limited by circumstances, we can navigate the complexities of power dynamics and contribute to meaningful progress. Final summary. Embarking on the path from an outsider to a leader is far from a straightforward venture. It's a multifaceted journey that demands a deep understanding of oneself, a fearless approach to the barriers encountered, and a creative mindset towards opportunities and resources. In essence, ascending to leadership as an underrepresented individual encompasses various facets: ambition, fear, opportunity, access, money, and failure, all of which need to be navigated with determination and insight. To carve your path, starting with ambition is crucial. Ambition is the fuel for your journey, urging you to envision what lies beyond the immediate horizon. However, ambition alone isn't enough. Acknowledging and confronting fear is equally vital. Fear, when faced head on, transforms from a barrier into a stepping stone, guiding you to strategic resilience. The axiom, "It's not what you know but who you know," holds a particular truth for the outsider. Hacking traditional systems and uncovering hidden pathways to opportunity can shift the odds in your favor. Yet, as you maneuver these pathways, creativity becomes your ally, especially when resources seem scarce or inaccessible. View limitations not as dead ends, but as opportunities for innovation. Money, often a significant obstacle on this journey, demands not just management but fluency. Understanding the intricate dance of finances, both personal and within your aspiring field, can arm you with the credibility and acumen necessary for leadership. And finally, the art of failure. Yes, art. The journey is laden with setbacks and missteps, each offering invaluable lessons and shaping resilience. Prepare not just for the triumphs, but for the lessons learned in the shadow of failures. Accepting that obtaining power and making change is a marathon, not a sprint, arms you with the patience and persistence required for the long haul. Being bold in your ambitions, embracing the journey with all its challenges, leveraging every opportunity with creativity, and persisting through trials are the cornerstones of transitioning from the fringes into a position of leadership. In doing so, you not only redefine the narrative for yourself, but pave the way for those who will follow in your footsteps. Thank you for joining me today on this journey of learning and discovery as we explored the insights of another thought-provoking book in our growing library of knowledge. If you've enjoyed our time together, please take a moment to follow our podcast, give us a 5-star rating, and share 20-minute books with other knowledge seekers. Your support truly means a lot. Don't forget to join me again in the next episode, where we will delve into another enriching book. Until then, happy reading and happy listening.